All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Word with Ty Brownlow. I am your host, Ty Brownlow, and remember, no one is worthless. No story is worthless. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special guest on the show. Let me give you a couple of words about our guest. Health, spirituality, consultant, humanitarian, all the way from Houston via California, we have Aisha Shawntay. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for having me on your show, Mr. Brownlow. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you. Man, I want to get right into it, if you don't mind. You are hosting something called the Complete Package Initiative, and you are collaborating with Melinda Perez. Can you tell us a little bit more about it, and how did you connect with Melinda on this as well?
Absolutely. So the Complete Package is an initiative to gather blessing bags for our homeless community. Okay. So the goal is to get backpacks with essential things like they need masks, sanitizer, toothbrush, toothpaste, socks, undergarments, feminine hygiene products, just things that we have access to that we take for granted, I believe, and they don't. Snacks would be important, water, just things of that nature. And then a bag that they can always have to travel is the goal of a minimum of 100 bags, 50 for women, 50 for men, right? So what Melinda is doing is working to help women who had recently come out of sex trafficking, primarily teenage girls, have a safe place to live. And so what she's doing is selling items of clothing, which she's taking donations. So whatever the amount is, even if it's something worth more or less, whatever you choose to donate towards it, all that money is going to the fund to help these young ladies. And for every dollar amount donated or every item purchased, she's going to send those items to me here in Houston to go into a blessing bag. Now, we've worked with other coaches. She's a fitness guru. She's an anointed woman of God. So she's really wonderful. So just working with her previously, we thought, this would be, a good thing to partner up with to serve both of our initiatives in helping those that need it the most right now. Right?
Okay. Yes, that's true. So let me just ask, what made you want to come up with the idea of, blessing bags?
Okay. So, growing up, how, your parents were like, okay, well, we're going to go work in kitchens or serve food or make bags. It's always been something. But what stuck with me is some years back, I saw a documentary, and I've mentioned this before, that, no matter how someone ends up in a homeless situation, the assumption can't be always because it's due to drugs or alcohol. But even if that's the case, they still need help. They still need love. They still need prayer. But some people, life can be challenging. Look at this pandemic that nobody thought we'd be in, right? Job loss after job loss, situation after situation, hit after hit. So sometimes life happens, right? And so two of the things that I always share that I think stuck with me the most, the gentleman was like, what if there's a place I can walk into and apply for a job, but because I may not look as clean, I didn't have something to just wash up with, I didn't feel confident or comfortable enough to walk in the place of business because they thought it was going to turn me away. So something like wet wipes or deodorant or toothbrush, something can be helpful in that situation. For the ladies, I always say, when it's that time of the month for a woman and you don't have any way to take care of that and you're just in a situation, how uncomfortable can that be, right? Yeah. So yes, we're looking for a minimum of 100 bags, but we all know we want to get as many as we can because you want to be in the best position possible to come out of a situation. So this is the best way I know how to be a part of a solution. Right.
Well, look here. I'm just going to commend you for a very noble cause because seriously, as you said, especially this pandemic has rendered thousands, almost into the millions, if not, homeless or, in a state of anxiety where you have like a lot of unrest, just pretty much around you. And now, speaking of which, unrest and, anxiety, you're also a life coach, correct?
I am a certified Christian counselor here in Texas. So I do work with individuals in the life coaching, Christian counseling arena. mind, body, spirit, all of it works together. Spiritual health needs to be great. But we have a lot of anxiety. We have a lot of pressures. I'm a believer, so I understand the enemy may kind of come in and work on natural things that are happening and have your mind swirling and your heart be in a disposition that doesn't align with what God says. And sometimes you need someone to love you through that, to help you through that in a way that you can rise up for yourself, for your family, for your friends, against that opposition,
Okay. All right. I feel that. So what advice would you have for someone or a family or whomever that's just going through it now, with the pandemic, the loss of loved ones, you may have lost your home, your job, your way of, they're just in the bottom of life at this, moment.
Right.
What words could you offer them at this moment?
I'm always going to start with prayer, but prayer is not a love. I think what the trick is, or the burden of the enemy is with everything going on, is to feel like if you seek any type of help, you're a burden, to make you feel like you're a victim. You're not a victim. You're not a burden. You're not a problem. Just because other people are going through, acknowledge where you are and seek help for what it is. There's tons of resources available. So if that's resources for rent aid, utilities, if that's odd jobs, door dashing, small business owners, they're like, hey, can you deliver for me? Be creative in the way you look for the resource. If the normal way of getting the resources isn't available, pray for insight, for direction, but really don't lose sight of faith or hope, even in the challenging space. We all are facing things that are challenging or things we never thought we'd see before. And it can feel lonely. It can feel low, but just knowing the truth about what God says about you, how he feels about you and his plans for you can help keep your head above water until things progress. So it's the perspective and the heart's disposition, but most importantly, don't lose hope and know that you're not a burden. It's okay to ask for the help.
And you know what? I think that's key, because sometimes, when you're at your lowest, you may feel as if you are a burden, or you don't want to come across as a burden, and you don't want to ask for that help when, you never know, a person's willing to help as long as you open your mouth and ask for help. And I think sometimes that's really the case. Most people are willing to help someone if they're willing to ask for help. Sometimes it's just a more, matter of pride because, as you said, well, I'm not in the best of situations, so I don't want to be a burden anymore. So please stop that, please. All right. Now, as far as your organization, how can people volunteer, donate? How can people get in contact with that?
Okay, so if you visit Linktree/Aisha Shawntay, my name is spelled AISHASHWNTAY, you will see everything that I'm doing. But in regards to this initiative, you'll look for a link that says Complete Package. You can also find me on Facebook or Instagram in either of those ways. These links are all around on my social media as well. When you click sign up to volunteer, you just are going to give your name and your email so we know that you're interested, and you'll be getting communications on, okay, well, this is how you ship items, or this is how you donate, or this is where you show up to pack the bags. It's all going to flow in order of that. Our goal is to have this done mid-December, but you got to start ahead of time, right? You can't be like, Thanksgiving's next week, let's get as many bags as we can right now. Right? No. So we're aiming for December, right before the holidays.
Okay, all right. And you know what? And I feel that's enough time, to get things together or what have you. So, man, you know what? Please donate. Great cause, great person. There you go. All right. So now let's move in a little bit to you. Let's talk a little bit more about Miss Aisha Shawntay. All right. Look here. Business and credit consultant of Komplete Xpertise. Tell us about that, please.
Okay, so Komplete Xpertise is my doing business as name. I do have a corporation, but again, I pretty much just go by my name like, hey, I'm me. Get to know me, build a relationship with me. Over the past few years, I have, taken the time to take courses and learn how to repair credit and build business credit. I've done it for other entrepreneurs and myself, because the deal is cash is great, but all of us are cash rich, right? So credit, responsible credit, as a stepping stone to get you there. But I am like my own customer, right? I didn't know nothing. You was little. Oh, you walked into college and they was like, here go these cards. Okay.
Right.
and this don't just go away. You have to get older, get wiser, and learn. Right. So when you learn, you make different choices.
That's true.
You become accountable and responsible, hopefully, for some past decisions. And so credit repair is a legal thing. Like, you have the right, anything that I can do for you or anything that I can teach you, you can do it yourself. Look at your credit report. Is this accurate? Is my name spelled right? That's not even my
right.
Go to see if it even belongs to you, right? Okay. So there's that. Business credit. So personal credit is great. We help you get a new house, a car, apartment. But most of us are entrepreneurs. At least that's the goal, right? True. And so credit can do like 100 times more for you than what personal credit can. But most of us don't know how to form that. What does that look like? No, your social doesn't have to be attached to it. It's not that your personal credit doesn't have to be considered depending on the amounts of money or things that you're looking for. But initially, you can start building the process if your business is set up properly to establish a business foundation. Everything is step by step.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's giving you the plan right here. Like, I don't have to say it. She just told you. So look, you need to go see her. Follow her on social media, man. She just told you what it is. Now, as a person who's been in the financial business for over 20 years, what are some tips for managing your money during this pandemic? Like, if you're a business or you're a small business right now, you're just trying to stay afloat a little bit. What are some tips of, to how to manage your money during this point in time?
I think it's the practical things you've always heard, but making it applicable. Okay. Want versus need.
True.
I'm going to say tithe.
Okay. All right.
I am a believer that that's important. So tithe, want versus need. Creative ways to create additional income for yourself. So say you are still working, or say you do have so much unemployment. Like, what gifts are in you that can create a revenue stream for you? Like, do you just make wigs and you know how, but you never thought about selling them or teaching? Hey, nobody wants to buy them. Teach someone how to make their own. That's something you can monetize. Like, what gifts do you have? You make baskets, tumbler cups. Like, the digital arena, Thinkific, Teachable, is a space to help you. Even if it's passive income, it is a bit more than what you had before. So making practical choices, tithing, not letting the weight of your emotions make you spend unnecessarily, because buying this is going to make me feel better, at least in the moment, even though it may hurt a little later. And again, using the gifts within you to create revenue streams. I personally feel like everybody has some type of entrepreneurial something in them.
True. I most definitely do. And, that's why I'm having shows like this, to have people like you, to give, my viewers, a vision, because there is someone sitting at home, man, I know how to do this, but how can I even get started in, making money off this? Or I have these ideas, but I don't even know how, to start.
Yeah.
So that's why we have people like you to show us the way. Show us the way.
Talking it through, it's encouragement. It's having someone to help you map out a plan. Someone had to help me. Someone had to help you. It's the process, right? Mm-hmm. As long as you're still linking arms and doing that, even if it's a business for someone to help you, let them help you, right? So that you can turn that hobby into something that's passionate, into something that God can flourish for you, right?
That's right. Hey, look here. Preaching to the choir. Thank you. All right. Now let's dive a little bit. Let's go in a way back machine just for a second here. I want to talk about an organization that you represent. I want to talk about a nice college or university Cal State Dominguez Hills, where you pledge Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Shout out to all my Sigma Gamma Rho people out there. Man, what's up? To all y'all. I mean, I know I'm not down with the organization. I'm a Sigma, but what's up? All right, there you go. Why this organization? What stood out to you?
Well, at the time, so funny, I was like, I want to be an educator. Now, I went to an awesome school where a lot of the organizations had great family, great relationship. It wasn't, you have the, I'm an AKA, or I'm a Sigma Gamma Rho, or I'm a this, but it was really a great campus to be a part of a Greek letter organization on. It was really loving, a lot of relationship. I was originally going to school to be a teacher. Now, of course, plans changed. I am not an educator, but one of my spiritual gifts is teaching. So, it worked out right. But just knowing that these women forged heads as educators to create our organization at the time. And again, we're still in the month of November. I'm really excited about that.
There you go. All right.
Day, but just with the principles that they stood for and what the women on my campus emulated in regards to what community service and what love and what moving forward looked like was very attractive to me. And so that is why I did pursue Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated on my campus. And I'm really excited because, well, I'm not ready to let that cat out the bag yet, but
what's this suspense? Okay, all right, okay.
So something exciting there.
Okay, all right. See, there you go. All right. She just told us again, y'all. She's dropping these nuggets. She's dropping this knowledge for us. All right. So, once again, you told us about your websites before, but one more time, how can people get in contact with you if they want to donate to your cause, if they want to go to you for consulting? How can people get in contact with you one more time?
So again, my name is Aisha Shawntay. That's AISHA SHAWNTAY. So if you look on Facebook or Instagram, you will find my name. But if you visit Linktree/Aisha Shawntay, you will find how to buy my t-shirts, my mugs, my books, how to book consulting with me, start challenges with me, especially how to find the complete care package initiative for the blessing bags. All of that will be there.
All right. Go see her, people. Go to the website. Check it out. Now, this brings me to my last question. A question that my show is known for, so I have to ask. So, Miss Aisha Shawntay, what is the one word that best describes you and why?
Ooh. That's a good one.
You only pick one now.
I know, right? But I'm going to say... Look, one. I'm like, that's 2 words, girl. Overcomer.
Okay, overcomer. I like that. Why?
I have been faced with tons of challenges within my health, and which is why health is so important to me. Just different hardships. But God has positioned me, one, to walk in an extreme level of healing, and to not let, even though things can get challenging in the past, or you see things or think that are disappointing or didn't work out the way you wanted it to, but I'm still standing. I'm here. I'm strong. I'm abounding in love and grace, and I'm thankful, and just so many more words, right? But because of having those health challenges, because of facing some hard situations in life, overcomer would be the word that I would choose.
Okay, so I'm going to add my word, champion, because of you overcoming those obstacles and you're still standing. And not only are you standing, but you're providing for the community. And I think, you have a very noble cause. Man, please donate to this cause because it is very important. Homeless people, man, like you said, it's not their fault. Sometimes it's not their fault. It's not always what you think, but hey, we have people here for you, man, to help you get back on your feet and, definitely help you find a better way. So Miss Aisha Shawntay, I greatly thank you for being my guest today on my show.
Thank you. It was my pleasure, Mr. Brownlow. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, man, no problem. Now, once again, Word with Ty Brownlow. I'm your host, Ty Brownlow. Remember, no one is worthless. No story is worthless. You can find me on social media at Word with Ty Brownlow on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter at Ty Brownlow TV, or just go to my website, tybrownlow.com, to get this beautiful interview plus more interviews. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Word with Ty Brownlow. We out. Peace.